Hey everybody, this is Giancarlo Alino reporting for Sportskeeda MMA, and I'm happy to be joined by my guest here who's going to be talking about her win and one that extends her winning streak in the UFC. She's Tabatha Baby Shark Ricci. How you doing, Tabatha?
Hi, I'm awesome. Thank you for having me.
And Tabitha, it's an exciting time here because you're on a roll there in the UFC. Four straight wins. You beat Gillian Robertson, unanimous decision. So just take us through that fight. Like, how were you feeling going into it? And was there anything that surprised you about Gillian's performance?
Well, I was ready for everything for the fight. I already expect what I was gonna see in that because I also was corning my friend Pierre. I helped her go to the training camp to fight her as well. So I was ready, expecting everything that I saw on that night. So game plan worked well. I'm very happy that I got the win, and she's a tough opponent. She's a record holder for a reason. So I think it was a great challenge. She challenged me, so it was something that never happened before. So it was very good to go through this process too. And I'm very happy with the result. Me and my team did amazing work. So I'm just proud with everybody. And we're ready to the next one.
You brought it up there, like you got called out here, and I just like looking at some of your past interviews and just press conferences. You're so polite. So when someone calls you out, is that like a different feeling there?
Uh, I feel like it just motivate me to train more because like if this person's calling me out, she really knows and she thinks that she can beat me. So I'm like, okay, so I want to prove the opposite and you know, I accept the challenge. I think it's depends the pressure is always I think a little bit more, but depends how you get the pressure to yourself. So I took that pressure as a motivation and I'm like, oh, I'm more happy and excited on my trainings. So yeah, that was fun camp.
Yeah, it's interesting too because when we hear like other fighters when they're called out, like then maybe they'll take the fight a little bit more emotional. So did you feel that way when you were preparing, or was it just more of a motivation of being a perfectionist in terms of your preparation for the fight?
Exactly. I just took it more motivation and try to be more trying to master all my techniques and just improving every fight and just try to show all my improvement on that night.
And also, now that that's over, do you think anyone's gonna have second thoughts about calling you out? Because that performance was an amazing performance. Like, you think the rest of the division they're on notice now? Okay, maybe we shouldn't be calling out the baby shark like that.
I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I really like with my performance. I feel like I'm improving each fight slow, getting more cage time, feeling more comfortable there. So I don't know what they're thinking, but I really want to fight again this year. So I'm just waiting. Yeah.
And what's the feeling like even going back before this fight, like you beat Jessica Penne, it was a submission. She was a top fighter in the division, veteran of the sport. So like is it an adrenaline rush when you go backstage? Like how long does it take to really come down from that moment and just
Just
get
in the
back to
next day, just in the
what's that?
next day, wake up in the morning, very tired, and then your body start hurting a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, now the adrenaline is over, and yeah.
That's great. And you're a ranked fighter also. And coming into this fight, there was a lot of talk about you moving up in the division. After this fight now, like you said, you want to still be active. Is there a month you're targeting or even a card that you're targeting?
I was talking in my press conference that I would love the next Shark Attack to be in Brazil. So I'm excited. I think the UFC is going to Brazil in November, beginning of November. So yeah, Brazil will be great. If it's not Brazil, I know they have a card in Abu Dhabi. I would love to travel a little bit more. Get used to this time change and weather. Just I think every time is a different experience and just learning with that. I think this is cool. So we'll see.
That's great. And like just even the rankings right now, like if they offer you somebody like two spots ahead of you, is that what you're looking for? Or do you want to maybe test yourself? Because we saw other fighters like Sean Strickland, Paulo Costas, another
Yeah,
one, they're fighting unranked opponents. Like if they
yeah.
offer you somebody inside the top 10, would that be something you'd be looking at?
Yeah, I think I want to get somebody on the rank now. I don't think it's too high, but somebody a little bit above me, maybe one or two spot. I don't know. I need to talk to my managing team and see what is gonna be the best for us right now. And yeah, you know, regardless, we're gonna be ready for anybody. You know, I feel like when you're in the rank, you can, you know, you gotta be fight everybody. So we'll see. We're gonna talk and we'll see what we're gonna do.
And like just even watching your fight, it's in an arena, there's fans packed in there, and you see some of the other fights are at the apex. Like, what's the difference in just fighting in the apex and fighting in an arena like yourself? Do people make too much about it, or is there really that much of a difference when you're actually competing in there?
I think more you do, more used to you get, you know. Like fighting the Apex, I remember the COVID time, I was fighting there a lot, and I feel for me, I was just going to a train at the gym. You know, I was not feeling much hype, which is pretty good because I like it because you can, you know, you feel very comfortable, you don't feel pressure at all, you can hear your coach pretty well, you know, and there's not like noise in the background. In the arena, it's more like, you know, I think the first time you feel a little bit more the adrenaline, you know, and I think especially in the first round because you're coming from the locker room, we're walking to all these people screaming at you, is a lot of adrenaline bump, and then when you get used to it, it just get more calm, you know, it just more experience, more you do, more calm you feel. Yeah.
And also your division right now, there's a lot of talk about it. So many top fighters now coming in. There's an exciting time because I know for a long time, a lot of people were looking at the division and saying, okay, who's Joanna gonna dominate next? And now we got a lot of exciting fighters in there. When
Yeah.
you look at your division as a whole, would you say like there's fights outside of yourself that you're looking forward to most?
Uh, Other fights outside of my division, you think?
Yeah, inside your
Yeah.
division, like, who are some fighters that you look at, and if there's a matchup coming on, you're gonna go out of your way to watch sort of thing?
To watch with me.
Yeah.
I think the next fight, the big fight's gonna happen now. It's like Whaley and Amanda Lemos, right? I think that fight would be very, very excited. I'm very excited to watch the fight. And I think Amanda has a good chance. I feel like she's more completed fight. She can take the fight to the ground too, and then she's have good jiu-jitsu as well. I haven't seen Whaley developing much jiu-jitsu in her fight, so I don't know. I can tell, and I never trained with her, so I don't know. So from outside, I see that Amanda can take the fight whatever she wants.
Interesting, because a lot of people, like, when they see that it might be an upset, but, like, you think that's gonna be the difference maker in that fight?
Yeah.
It's great. There's also a lot of news there coming on in the UFC because Dana White's been going on a little media tour and he's talking about Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk fighting. So, as a
Yeah.
fighter, when you hear sort of those things, what's your first reaction when you hear that?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think fight's a fight. If they're gonna fight, they gotta be ready for it.
Is that something where if Dana White's been saying that this is going to be a huge card, like a huge pay per view, is that something where you would say, okay, you know what, I want to be on that card because if a lot of eyeballs are on that pay per
Oh
view, is that
yeah,
something you want to compete on?
yeah. Of course, I wanna try to get, you know, those cards too. It's exciting at being the John Jones card, and the energy was super cool. You know, there's a lot of eyes on the card, so it's good. It's good. It's good for the brand, and it's good for the image of the athletes. You know, we need the hype. I think we all deserve, you know, more eyes on it, especially being the big card. It's a big deal. Yeah.
And are you a fighter that likes to watch the UFC all the time, or is there like you just want to focus on your division type of thing?
Uh, I don't watch the UFC all the time, you know. I just watch like when some a friend or someone that I know or somebody in my division that's fighting. So I sit down and watch. But I usually when the UFC is happening, I'm out of training somewhere. doing some stuff. So we here at the house where me and my family, like when it's a big card or when somebody that we know they're fighting, we sit down and watch everybody. But if not, I'm just training. Yeah.
Does that help you as a fighter, like mentally, where seeing it all the time and you just get to focus on yourself and your division? Like, have you noticed it's helped you a lot?
Yeah, yeah. I try to focus on myself 100%. I think that's the time that I'm a little bit selfish with myself in a good way.
Yeah, it's good to have. And who are
Yeah.
some fighters that you grew up watching, getting into the sport? Because I know there's a lot of legends coming from where you fight of. So is that like where what inspired you to be in the sport?
Yeah, I remember watching Ronda Rousey with my sister and that, and I was looking at the TV. It's like, oh, I want to do that. So she's one of the girls, and that she motivated me a lot. And she comes from judo, same background as me. So yeah, I look up to her when I was a little kid or growing up. Yeah.
And Ronda Rousey, she's in WWE, so you're all under the same umbrella
Yeah.
under Endeavor. Like, if she
Yeah.
were to come back to the UFC, would you be interested in seeing her fight again?
Oh yeah, I would love to watch her for sure. Yeah.
And also just transitioning here, Brazilian MMA, obviously this weekend coming up, International Fight Week, Jose Aldo, Anderson
Yeah.
Silva, for what they meant to the sport in Brazil, like, can you just talk about it? Like, how big of the sport is it in Brazil compared to maybe other countries?
I feel like in Brazil, we have a lot of fighters, right? Like, Brazil is not like we're like not like a rich country. So like everybody, most of the people, some start on the street, so get the first contact with the fighting. So I think maybe that's one of the reasons that we all want to fight, and also from family, because the jiu-jitsu are huge in Brazil, the judo. So a lot of parents, put the kids in the sport, and that start developing a lot of great athletes. So I think we are great. We are great in the sport. We are full dedicated, and I feel like we very aggressive. So I think that helps a little bit.
And in Brazil, is it like where, because it's just speaking of my own experience in Canada, like hockey is a big sport. So like everyone's really familiar. They recognize some of these athletes. Have you noticed when you're in Brazil and just some of the other Brazilian fighters, are they recognized to that national level, like maybe football, like soccer,
Oh
in
yeah,
Brazil?
yeah, yeah, a lot. Yeah, yeah, for sure. You walk in the street or you supermarket anywhere, like people recognize it. Yeah, it's a big deal in Brazil. Yeah, you're kind of superstar when you go to Brazil.
So it's good that you're getting that preparation now because everyone sees you and they see the baby shark. So you're a superstar in
Yeah.
Brazil, getting superstar in America when you fight. But just transitioning a little bit here to some quick fire, just to get our fans here at Sportskeeda MMA get to know you a little bit better. We got some fights here coming up that were announced. Just get your opinion on Volkanovski or Yair Rodriguez.
Oh, that's gonna be an interest fight. I haven't followed much the other guy, but I really fan of Volkanovski. I think he's really master almost the all martial arts. So yeah, I think Volkanovski will get the fight.
Another fight here. BMF title has been a popular one. Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier. If you
Yeah.
were to pick who is going to be the winner there, who would you mostly lean towards in that fight?
Um, Justin Korea. Yeah, I really like his style. I love his boxing too. So yeah.
You mentioned there, like just even clarity outside of fighting when you're training. So, what's a favorite movie or TV series you watch?
My favorite TV show and movie. Um, I don't know. I haven't been watching much TV show lately because I've been so busy. But I do love to watch horrible movies. I think it's very entertaining and fun. Um, yeah. Oh, my one of my favorite movies is Gladiator. Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah. I love that movie. Yeah.
Favorite book?
My favorite book, is the one that I'm reading right now. It's from the strength conditioning from Mike Jordan. I think the name is Relentless, something like that. And yeah, it's one of my favorite books.
Favorite food?
Ice cream is, I can count. Ice cream and sushi.
It's a good one. What's a favorite flavor then of ice cream? That's like the universal favorite food there for a lot of people.
My favorite ice cream flavor, Oreo.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Favorite song?
Favorite song. I don't have a favorite song. I'm always changing vibes, changing mood. I don't have it.
Muay Thai or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? So if you were gonna start your career again, which martial art would you start with first?
Judo.
You know,
Yeah, that the one that I did, judo. I
would
might
you
do
consider that?
judo, wrestling, and then jujitsu.
Would you consider that the best base for MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
No, the best space for MMA, I if you want to be like top level, like I would say wrestling. Yep.
And is there a dream fight that you would like to see as a fan of the sport, or even a fighter competing in the sport?
No. That I want to watch it? No, and no, I don't have nobody like a desire to watch it. Yeah.
And final rapid fire question here. What's the best piece of advice that you've received so far in your MMA career?
So far, I would say like dedication and discipline. That's what took where I am right now. So if you really love what you do, depends where you come from, if you're rich, if you're poor, or if you have a disease or anything. Like I just proved to myself that everything is possible if you have a good people around you, good team, good family, friends, and you're very disciplined and dedicated. You can take what you can be in whatever place you want to be, like even in sport or life. It's just about you. Yeah.
Advice there. And before we wrap up here and let you go, how can our viewers here at Sportskeeda MMA stay up to date with everything you're doing and follow you on social media?
Yeah, you guys can follow me. I'm more active on Instagram and Twitter right now. So Tabatha.Ricci. You guys follow me from a little bit of my routine. Yeah, see a little bit of my work. I'll be there.
Great. Highly recommend that follow. And Tabatha, I really appreciate you sharing your time and coming on here on Sportskeeda MMA and talking about your win and what's next there. Hopefully move up the rankings and we'll see you inside the top 10. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Zella. Thank you. I appreciate it. And can I give a shout out for my sponsors?
Oh, of course, of course.
Yeah, can I shout out 805, Athletic CBD, Eat Meals, everybody that helped me get through this camp. Thank you guys very much.
Thanks a lot, Tabatha.